Hey everybody, and welcome back to the 1902 Farmhouse project. Been in the house this weekend. Last week we got a good bit done. Get you caught up on what all we got done. So one thing we got done, we got this attic fan out. So that was a pretty big job. And also fixed the lights. So now I got a light up there. I'm gonna run me another one on down yonder because it's still dark. But that light really brightens up this area. I got a switch on it. And that's what we got done in the attic. And in here in the bathroom, we got the door frame moved over about 2 foot. Went ahead and built a new header for it. And on the other side, I put these planks in because it needed to be even with the wall, because we left all the wood in here. So to be even across here, I need to put them in. Also, we got this wall built for the bedroom. Closet door down there, 36-inch door here. And today we're getting ready to build the hall wall, which will run all the way down, and then we're gonna have a door here to go into this bedroom, and then this little stub wall to tie back into this wall. So I did end up cutting this opening all the way out and taking all this wood down here, and then we just stuck this stud back in. There's going to be a little bit of gap here, but I can shim it. It's just that laser level didn't work out as good as I'd hoped. It's a little bit finicky to use that laser. So what I've been doing is we'll use a laser to get the boards on the floor, and then what we'll do is we'll stand up the ends and get those straight and plumb. And I cut it off 1.5 inches from the ceiling so I could get a piece started up there. And then of course I had to come back here and put a piece in this way so I have something to screw my sheetrock to on the inside corner. Screw it to this side here. And I'm fixing to get ready to lay the walls out. This is the bottom plate, this is the top plate. Now the top plate, all the studs will be 16 inches on center. On the bottom plate, there'll be 16 inches on center till we get down here to this door, which will be a 30-inch door, so it's going to be a 32-inch opening. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and mark out all the stud positions on this top plate, and then I'll transfer them to the bottom plate except for right down here, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so make sure that the plate is all the way up against the other wall, and then we're going to stick our tape on here. Now since we want 16 inches on center, we got to mark 15 1/4 and 16 3/4, because this is an 1.5 inches, which half an 1.5 inches would be 3/4. So we subtract 3/4 here, we add 3/4 here. So we're going to do that on every 16 inches. So the next one will be 32. So we'll come over here to 31 1/4 and 32 3/4. And we'll continue doing that all the way to the end. Alright, so I've got all the marks laid out, so now we're going to just take our speed square, and where there's no door openings, we can just lay it out. Make sure, we already know this one's all the way to the wall because it's nailed. And we'll come on next. And that just helps you put your studs in. So we'll put the bottom here, the top of the stud will be here. This will be on the ceiling. So it just makes it easier to lay out your studs. Notice here on this top plate, I centered that seam between the stud, in the center of the stud. So make sure the bottom plate, I don't feel like it's that important. So I didn't really worry about the bottom plate, but the top plate you want to have support. And I also offset the seams between the bottom plate and the top plate, so you don't want seams together, because it acts like two different walls. Put them together. All right, so we're gonna have an opening right here. Now we're gonna have a stud here, so that'll help us. Now, we're gonna have to put another stud in here, like sideways, so that it can attach to here and have something to nail the sheetrock to. Also, you want to leave enough room for trim. So what we'll end up doing here is we'll put another stud here, and I'm just going to go down to 1.5 inches. All right. So this will be like a king stud, but this will be like a jack. So this will go on the header. That'll give us enough room for a trim. And now we need to measure out 32 inches from this line to get our door. Now we've got another stud here. This will be a cripple over the top of the door header. All right, so I've got 32 inches from this stud here. Now the cripple will be here, so we'll need a full stud all the way to the top here. So we'll just mark 32 and go 1.5 inches, would be 33.5. Since this ain't a load bearing wall, we ain't got to worry about a header. Unfortunately, we still need this cripple, because it's you know, the piece of sheetrock may end up right there. We don't know yet, so we'll go ahead and put that in. And so there's our opening, and then we got down here on the end. Go ahead and mark this one. Down here on the end are 16 feet, comes to right here, but we're typically going to have a double stud on the end. So starting from that end over will be 16 inches on center. So we're going to have a little strip of sheetrock to finish this out, but it'll just have to work. All right, so I'm going to come over 1.5 inches from the end, and then I'm going to come over 1.5 inches from there. Alright, and then here will be 1.5 inches. Let's see. I need these. Let's see. 1.5 inches right here. So we'll have a stud there. And we'll have another stud here against this wall. So that'll just be a little stub out wall. Alright, everybody got the top plate up. And what I did is I basically just put this stub wall up first right here. And got it leveled up. And on this wall, I just went flush with this wall, so it won't be no problem to cover. We got this straight, and then we put this board here on, got it straight and plumb. We did already had the one on the end, and then we just set this one in the middle. That goes up to the seam. Got it set here, and we just put this board up, you know, after we got this plumbed up. And then once we had this board up, it wasn't no problem to put that one up. And then now we're just nailing. The problem we run into are, we just bought these 2x4x10s yesterday, and I think it's just them trying to acclimate to the house, but they are really warping bad. So hope that camera picks that up, how bad that's warped. So these four here were almost too bad to use. We may have to use them. I've got 5 left. I'll probably use these for blocking But, you know, put one in here that was kind of twisted right here. And maybe you can see at the top. You can see where that line is maybe. It's supposed to say it's twisted up there, so maybe putting some blocking in. It's straight down here, but maybe putting some blocking in will help kind of straighten that board up a little bit. It will definitely make it stiffer. So we're like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 studs here. That'll get what I've got that ain't twisted. Got the door framed up. We gotta get another stud for there, a little jack stud, and then we like 1 stud right here. So I'm going to be a few studs, few boards short from having enough to do it, I'm afraid. But we're gonna go ahead and get these last 5 up, and I'll bring you back. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours, and we've got the blocking on. I went ahead and wired up an outlet here. We moved this wire. We actually put the switch in. I had to bring this out where it'll be close to the door. Put a switch in, and I've got to get some wire nuts. My bag down there is only good for 2 12 gauge, and I'm gonna have to have 3 in here, because basically I'm running a wire over to this one, plus I'm running a supply wire up to my switch, and then switch goes up to the ceiling and over to this light. So that was pretty easy to rerun that. So I guess tomorrow I'll stop and get a few more things, and I think we've decided we're going to put an 18-inch door right here and have like a chase way for our line set and gas lines, and all going to the furnace up in the attic. So I'm going to check on that. I'm pretty sure I can get an 18-inch door, and if so, then we will put another. Got to put another stud in anyway, but it'll have a header plate. So got this one run here so that we have a place to nail to on this side. Now this right here, I don't know if y'all remember, I'm gonna cut this wall out, and that's where my gun cabinet's gonna go. Gun safe is really gonna go back into this area, and of course we'll close it off in there. In the closet area be closed, but I don't know about it. I may go ahead and close it off on this side too, since we're gonna have a door here. And this will be good to put like a broom or whatever in too. There's plenty of room here. So I guess that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't.